Yeah, good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the steps in control process. There are 5 steps in control process. First one is set performance standards. Next, measure performance. Third one is compare. Fourth one is determine deviations. And fifth one is take corrective actions. So the setting performance standards as follows. That is quantity, quality, required time and cost incurred. The quantity standards we can use it manufacturing industries. There we can produce the goods. So there we can specify the quantity, how much quantity have to be produced for a product. Of course in quality also we can specify. And the required time, at what time, per day, per hour, per week, per month, how many products that we have to produce and specify. And within the amount required to produce the product also we can specify. By given that budget only, production department have to produce those goods. Where in the case of service sector, we can calculate the quality of services. Example, if you are using any services of any bank, organization, any app, there they can ask, give some rating by using of the app or the services. There we can use your 5 star or 10 stars which you like of that company's services. So that is setting of performance standards that we have to use to calculate the services, to control our subordinates. And second one is measuring performance. After setting some standards, what standards that they have to follow while doing their work, we have to measure the performance. The measuring performance, we have to use these three, that is written reports, oral reports and personal observations. So olden days we are using manual reports. Now you can use computerized reports, especially in Word and Excel sheets. There you can store all the data of your subordinates, how they have completed their work by getting regular information of submission of their summarized reports and oral reports also. It is, we can say, for example, in marketing, any sales executive after completion of his work, he can submit a oral report of how many customers that he approached on that day, what are the challenges he faced towards the explaining of the product, and how many customers are satisfied. All these we can take as a oral report towards the superiors. And the personal observation, in sometimes the managers personally they can observe the work is how it is going on, how many people are working according to the prescribed standards or not. Especially we can say the example in manufacturing industry, while the production is going on, the production head, we can observe the production department whether all the people are according to standards or not, they are working, he can observe by his personal visit. And after complete measuring of the performance, we have to compare actual performance with the standards. If I have given any project work towards my subordinate, I will give a prescribed report before. So after if he is completed his work, he will give some summarized report. Then I will compare this report with the predetermined report. So that is here we call upon as a comparing whether performance matches with the standards or not. And then we have to go for the determining deviations. That is whether he worked according to what standards we have given or not. We have to identify the deviations. Means sometimes he may work beyond the limitations that we have to given. Sometimes he may not work at least what are the rules what we have specified. So those 2 points we can identify here as the causes for the deviation. So find out the causes for the deviations and tell them you in this case you have overcome the rules. So could you please follow the rules? In this case you have not at least followed the minimum rules also. So this type of softly you have to handle your subordinates. Automatically they can identify their causes and they can back but to give maximum performance. And finally, taking corrective actions is nothing but remedial actions. That is, we can say that example, giving additional training towards the subordinates and effective leadership and monitoring and motivating and supervising. These are also taking corrective action. For example, if you have given any work by giving predetermined standards, if he completed exactly according to your standards, no problem. You can give approval of his work. If any person is deviated, what standards that you have mentioned, then you have to identify, sir, this in this problem, in this case, you have deviated from the work. So you have to follow these type of rules and these type of procedure, then automatically you can complete the work. So taking corrective action, we can say that change the strategy, altering processes that we have to use, and change effective leadership style that we have to use, then automatically the people or the subordinates, they can have a better control of you. Automatically you can use a good control procedure for the development of your subordinates. So this is about the steps in the control process. Thank you.